The Chicago Bears still ain't done as they sign wide receiver Devin Duvernay to a 1-year contract. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's get into it for today. The Chicago Bears have signed wide receiver slash special team specialist Devin Duvernay to a 1-year contract. This is more of a special team signing. He hasn't really been used a whole hell of a lot in the passing game over his last few years in the league. He is 27 years old, 5'11", 202 pounds. When you look at it over the last 2 seasons, he's only had a total of 15 receptions. That's down with his first 3 years in the league. He actually had a nice amount. His first 3 years in the league, 201 yards, 272 yards, 407 in the third year. But then after that, he kind of transitioned, right? Last year in Baltimore, only 13 games played. In 2024, he played with the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he was primarily a return man. And then if you look at his return, his special teams game, last year he returned 19 punt returns for the Jacksonville Jaguars last year for 167 total yards. And then with kickoffs last year, with 14 attempts, he had 352 yards receiving last year. So this is the Bears just continue to fill out their special teams, right? And this is something that you don't think and talk a lot about, right? Is that the special teams. It goes something that's not, you don't usually look at like you're making a bunch of key special teams acquisitions, but that is what it feels like the Bears are trying to do right now. You look at Travis Homer, primarily special teams. Yes, he can contribute as well on the other side of the ball. Zacchaeus as well as a guy that can be used in the wide receiver game, but also as a wide receiver in the special teams game. The Bears are just, what are they doing here? We'll see, right? But overall, it looks like the Bears are they're trying to load up on every facet of the game to make sure that they have a complete team. And for that, can't really be mad at it, really, if we're being honest with that. So I'm not mad at what the Bears are doing, man. It's again, this is just the Bears really stacking the deck in every facet of the game. And here's the thing. They went out and got the trenches on the defense and offense, right? We know that. They got Zacchaeus in there to be the wide receiver 3. He may even be the wide receiver 4, depending on what they do in the draft. But I know some people who doubt that. He's still slated right now to be the wide receiver 3. And then you continue to just shore up as much as you can. Doug Kramer's re-signed, right? You got that guy back in here, things like that. And now you're loading up special teams. So the Bears really, if you look at the phases of free agency for them, they addressed the trenches. They addressed a skill position at wideout. They re-signed, Jonah Jackson to an extension. You then have addressed with your last 2 moves, Homer and with Duvernay with special teams. And so the Bears seemingly are trying to really put themselves in a position where every facet of the game is solid. They have no questions there. So, we'll see. This is a really, really, really good signing as far as for what he's supposed to be. So not mad at that at all, man. Like that the Bears will continue to just add in speed, add in, execution, and a guy that, listen, I tell you what, Duvernay is a fast motherfucker, to be 100% honest with y'all. Listen, the dude can outright run the ball. So they're loading up, and I think that's a smart thing of what they're doing. They're going to go ahead. I know, running back, tackle, edge, however you look at it, those are going to be addressed in the draft more than likely. But this is a pretty solid player. So I like what they did here. I like what they're doing here. Nick, Ben Johnson finna find a way. Listen, Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles, they are making sure that this team got what they need. This could make Tyler Scott even more expendable. Now, well, again, I expect Duvernay to be more of a special teams guy than anything else, right? But don't overlook them using him in the wide receiver game as well. Understand that he may be quick. I know it's special teams. I'm just trying to understand. Well, and I know you probably left this before I mentioned it, but hopefully I did a good job at explaining it. This is just the Bears making sure that they have talent in every facet of the game of football: offense, defense, special teams. They are just stacking the deck to make sure that they have everything that they need to be solid. So awesome. Now we still need a left tackle, edge, running back, maybe another corner, safety. Then we straight. First of all, Josh, you're not getting all of that. Well, you may. You may, right? We'll see what the Bears do here. But I think we're straight regardless. You're looking for perfection. We're not going to have perfection, but we'll see what happens there. Not sure how I feel about it, but it's a 1-year deal, right? And keep in mind, it's a 1-year deal. He may not make it out of training camp, right? Keep in mind, a lot of these moves aren't necessarily to like be huge season moves. Like even Doug Kramer, who signed a 1-year deal, he may not make it out of training camp depending on what the Bears do in the draft and at offensive line. So don't look at every signing right now at this stage as being these signings that are just like they're guaranteed to make the roster. They do offer a nice bit of talent and some depth that you can look at in training camp. And then if you find out that, hey, maybe somebody else can return some kicks for you, right? Maybe it's not going to be Duvernay. You can get out that contract. So it's nothing too crazy there, right? I wanted more, but this is a good option. Duvernay, nice too. He's solid. He's solid. They're filling out the roster, just filling it out. You think Bears could somehow move up for a top 5 pick and get Abdul Carter? I don't feel like, for me, that trading up and losing out on assets is a thing. Keep in mind, as the Bears keep adding talent, like you're getting closer and closer to Caleb's extension, Jaquan Brisker's extension, Kyler Gordon's extension, right? You're getting closer and closer to the guys that need extensions, right? Every year. So I don't think the Bears are necessarily going to be in a place where they're trying to give up future assets that could be cheap, cost-effective, really good players. I'm not saying that it's outside the box, like that it can't happen at all. I just don't know if that's necessarily a focus. Breon says, we're never changing the intro back. So just stop it. Go grab your titties. Go back and look at the old intro if you want to watch it. You can replay that motherfucker. I can send the video to you. The old intro's not coming back. Get over it. Get out your feelings. It's okay. I swear to God, if you touch some coochie, you won't even be worried about the intro on the podcast. I promise you that. Go out there and get you some coochie, my boy. It's okay. I'm rooting for Tyler Scott to win wide receiver 3. Him and Caleb had chemistry. Listen, I get that, Willie, but all we did was hear about the chemistry, right? We heard a lot of shit in training camp that didn't actually end up being true, right? So I get it, and I did think is myself as well that hearing about the chemistry between Caleb Williams and Tyler Scott could have meant that he was going to get in the rotation. But I mean, let's not act like he didn't build chemistry with Rome. The chemistry with DJ Moore wasn't where I hoped it would be by the end of the season. And we'll see what the future does hold. Like, I'm not saying that Tyler Scott can't win the wide receiver 3 position. I'm just saying that if we're just looking and holding on to that offseason thing last year of, oh, well, they have great chemistry. They have the most chemistry in training camp. As we saw last year, it didn't really amount to anything, right? Hey, it never hurts to have depth and talent all sides of the ball. I just really want this team to be. Oh, facts. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Homer's small for a fullback for sure. Like, he's small for a fullback. We may need a middle linebacker that's more productive for the position over Tremaine since we let Jack Sanborn go. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying. I don't disagree. I would love to have a more solid middle linebacker in there. But, and there's some linebacker depth here. Next year may be the year where you look to do that, right? Dennis Allen may want to, especially in a contract year where next year you can get off of Tremaine's contract without much dead money. They may want to evaluate Tremaine under Dennis Allen and how he's going to use him. I don't know that for sure, but that just could be a possibility there, right? Could be a possibility. Homer's too small. Yeah, I agree with that. Homer is a bit small for a fullback for sure. Hey, let's go look at linebacker Chris Paul Jr. from Ole Miss. All right, I'll look into him. My mock will probably be out Friday. We're going to get out probably Steve-O's mock today. I get feeling Tremaine Edmonds might have a bounce back year under Dennis Allen, most likely. And that could be what they definitely looking at for sure there. Chris Paul Jr. definitely could be a future Bear, although I think he may go in the second round. Well, hell, if he goes in the second round, even better, right? We'll see. I mean, yeah, I know. I that's why I read it as Jack. Like my brain stopped for a second there, but we'll see. Does Kyler Gordon get extended this year? I do think. I think we're going to see much like we did with Dennis Allen. I'm not. Why is Dennis Allen on my mind? With DJ Moore, I think he's probably going to get an extension between training camp and the beginning of the season, personally. So, y'all tweaking on Tremaine, bruh. No, we're not. No, we're not. Like, Tremaine hasn't been that good, man. It has been good. First of all, being sensitive, be like, oh my God, you don't like the intro? You want it to be sensitive because I don't give a fuck what you think. So, first of all, everybody loves that intro. Not to say that it's universal, there are going to be some things, but if you think that the intro's horrific, dude, have you looked in your face? Have you looked at your mother, right? The fact of the matter is that your mama got pregnant from behind because your daddy couldn't stand to look at her face. I bet your mama's never had missionary sex in her life. And then she passed that face down to you, and I guarantee you, your girl prefers being in doggy because she don't want to look at your fucking ugly ass face either. How about you worry about that being horrific? See, this ain't sensitive. I'm just an asshole and I'm better at jokes than y'all. So how about that, right? Worry about that. The fact that it looks like your picture was taken in 1962. How about you worry about that? You got on a black tee that was from Walgreens. Why are you worried about that? Why does your face look like the Easter Island statues? Why does that happen? How about you worried about that? You will get cooked in here, my boy. You will get cooked. Don't come in here with that dumb shit. Your face should have been changed at birth, but yet here we are. Here we are. Nonetheless, we are here looking at that because that's what you decided to put on your profile pic. Come on, man. Get your life together, my boy. Hayes, we talking O-line or Genty. Bro, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea, man. I really don't know which way they're going to go with it, man. You know, I had Princely in one of my early mocks before we released it. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see what happens. Join in at an awesome time. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Do you think Kyler Gordon reset the market? No, Kyler Gordon's not going to reset the market, bro. He's not going to reset the market. That's not going to happen. Damn, you can't be talking about his mom. Hey, yes, I can. I did. Who gonna stop me? About his mom like that. Hey, but Genty a bear for sure. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Just got here and heard your face. Looks like Easter Island statue. What the hell did I miss? Then somebody had to get cooked up real quick. That's it. Been saying it, Hayes, but we need a Petty Roosevelt for the legacy. Hey, bro, that is hilarious, man. That's funny. You know what's funny? The way my kids be roasting, like my, oh my God. So I can't say it. It's racist. I can't say it. I can't say what he said to the kid, but just know my son be roasting the hell out of people in school too. He roasted somebody so bad the other like it was like a month or so ago. His principal called. She was like, technically he didn't get in trouble because the kid did say something about him first, but then Alan said the kid, and I was just like, yeah, that's my son. Yep, that's my son. That is definitely my son. That is definitely my son. But yeah, but like, yeah. Kyler could reset the nickel market. I, that's fair. That's fair. Now that you've kind of specified it to nickel market. There's a possibility of that, right? And here's the thing. I think he would reset the market if he actually went to unrestricted free agency, but because the Bears are probably going to lock him in an extension, I don't think that that's going to happen. But you know, you never know. We'll see. We shall see, right? I think if Genty is there, they taking him and draft 2 defensive linemen with the second round picks. It could be one offensive line. It could be a linebacker in the second round. I mean, it's a possibility. I think everything's on the table right now for the Chicago Bears. It really is. People don't understand Petty Roosevelt and Hell are the same person. He can turn it off and on in the flip of a switch. Oh yeah, for sure. It is what it is, man. Low-key, the Bears been trash since y'all changed to the. First of all, we didn't train. You're stupid. We didn't change the intro until after because we almost waited. So you're wrong. Like you're trying to rationalize. And matter of fact, that's wrong because after we changed the intro, we got 2 wins in a row after we changed the intro. So what are you talking about? Like Breon, it's bad enough that your name ain't even an actual name. Your parents try to merge 2 different names together, and you over here worried about an intro. Let's be real, my guy. The fact of the matter is that you have a secondary neck and a primary neck, and you worried about one singular intro. That's what you worried about. You out here got a girl that's fat, rotund, and ain't got no ass, no titties, but yet you worried about an intro. Get your life together, my boy. You got priorities that you need to get together, my boy. You like for real. Like your girl is the only girl that Ozempic literally said, "Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and check out on." Come on, man, get your life together, my boy. Your girl so damn fat, you eating ass either way because the pH balance is off, my boy. Come on, let's get it together, man. Let's get it together. All right, come on, man. Let's not do it, bro. Let's not over an intro. Get your life together. Don't get you going down bad over an intro, bro. Come on, man. Anyway, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following the show at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Love you guys. Chi-Town up.